ignored, not tolerating certain people's behaviors, boundaries. It's just like when you first start, not first start, or when you start speaking up for yourself, or when you start having boundaries to certain people who feel like they can overstep you, or they can control you, or they can manipulate you, or whatever the case may be. It's just like, some of you guys are standing in your power, standing in your authority, and this is like hurting people's feelings, whether it's male, female, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's children, whoever it is. Okay, sometimes you got to hear the truth, and sometimes people don't like hearing no. People don't like boundaries being put in place, but it has to happen. Okay, let's see what else. It's something also I'm getting with this ego death. Okay, so maybe some of us in the collective could be going through an ego death. We could be going through a transformation. We could be going through a spiritual awakening. It's kind of what I get it. It's like we're learning how to be more self-aware, okay, or not letting our pride or our ego get in the way, knowing the difference between pride and ego and your higher self, okay? Know the difference. There is definitely a difference between your higher self and your ego. All right. Next card. Ooh, we got obsessive lover coming out. It says, dangerous, toxic, unhealthy, possessive. Wasn't I just talking about possessive? Okay. Or wanting to control or manipulate, karmic relationships, karmic patterns. Karmic relationships is kind of what I'm getting with that. Okay. Or like I said, it could be with lovers. It could be family. It could be with friends. But there is some type of lesson that has to happen in regards to karmic lessons, karmic relationships, karmic patterns. Okay, again, this could bruise some people's ego, especially when you're being truthful, when you're honest, when you're stopping something from repeating itself, is what I get with that. All right, or somebody could just be obsessed with you. Okay, I don't know. Let's see what else we have to ignoring, like I was talking about earlier, in regards to people, who are getting a bruised ego because you're ignoring them. You're not paying attention to them. You're not feeding into their games. You're not feeding into the manipulation. It's like you're seeing the truth for what it is. You're setting boundaries. You're speaking up for yourself. It's kind of what I get. And that's what you need to do. Continue to ignore them, because that's going to, I keep hearing a narcissist. That's going to drive a narcissist crazy. Okay. So I don't know if you're the narcissist, or I don't know if somebody that you're around is a narcissist, or somebody's controlling, somebody's manipulative. It's kind of giving me devil energy as well. And it's definitely a karmic relationship. It could be romantically, it could be platonically. Like I said, it could be with anybody. Ooh, we got love triangle. Okay. Or you're getting pulled into a situation. It's kind of what I'm getting with that. Okay. Egos will be bruised. Truths will come out. Okay. There are going to be boundaries that are going to be crossed. Is kind of what I'm getting with that. Maybe somebody can't get rid of some type of ex or obsessive person. It doesn't even necessarily have to be an ex. It could just be somebody who could be just obsessed over your person. This third party interference. Somebody could be trying to get information. Somebody could be meddling, putting their nose where it doesn't belong. Is kind of what I get with that. Like I said, this obsessive person keeps coming out. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, okay? This could be an obsessive friend. What else is going on in this mess? Okay, you never know who could be obsessing over you. What? Hang on. Obsessive coworker. This could be, I don't know. You never know who could be like obsessing over you in a weird way. You wouldn't think that they would be, but you never know. Especially if you're in the spotlight, or if you get recognition, or you have some type of status, is kind of what I'm getting with that. It's kind of weird. But it happened, y'all. I heard a saying one time. They said, believe it or not, there's somebody out there who has a picture of you in their phone. Has a picture of you in their phone, or a video of you in their phone. Think about it. That's crazy. Okay. Like say for instance, on social media, and then you're like posting pictures of yourself, or, you post content or something like that. People can download pictures. People can save photos. People can see pictures of you on places on social media, and they can download them, and they'd have them in their phone. You don't even have to send them a picture. And that's the crazy part about it. That's wild. All right, what else do we need to know? What else we need to be made aware of at this point in time? Look. I just said something about photos. Okay? So it says getting evidence, okay? So maybe somebody could be getting some type of evidence to prove their case, okay? Or maybe prove somebody wrong is kind of what I'm getting with that. Or maybe if there's some type of court case, anything that they have to prove, have some type of evidence, then that's what you should be doing. It's kind of what I get. It's called a